What are the 4 primary roles of the interpreter? Number 1, conduit. Number 2, clarifier. Number 3, culture broker. Number 4, advocate. What are examples of the 4 primary roles? Conduit, interpret accurately. Clarifier. If the doctor says 3 times a day and then 2 times a day, we clarify. Culture broker. If the client says she needs chocolate milk to get the milk flowing, we communicate that that's something from the culture. Advocate. Know where to access cheap free vegetables. What are factors affecting communication? Linguistic barriers, experience with healthcare concepts and procedures, cultural barriers, and systemic barriers such as doesn't know how to check out and make next appointment. What are examples of these barriers? Factors that affect clinician-patient relationship. Slang from a different country, using technical terms, CT scan versus tomografia computerizada, cultural traditions, customs, medical beliefs, traditions, stage of coping, racism, differences in power. Process, active communication, active listening, concentrate, understand and analyze, may need to ask for clarification, okay to take notes, remember everything and state same idea in target's language using words target understands. What are the 4 modes of interpreting? A, simultaneous interpretation, exact, use the word I, low voice close to the ear, whispering, good because listener can respond right away, you don't forget what was said, it's appropriate in mental health settings, and a time when emotion is important, recognizing the emotion. Disadvantage is distracting, and you have to be very experienced with this. Next mode of interpretation, consecutive. Consecutive interpretation. You don't speak for more than 15 to 17 seconds. You communicate a complete thought or segment of speech. The advantage, you can take notes, take turns more easily. Remember to speak in first person. If there's a question, you say, excuse me, the interpreter needs clarification. Disadvantage, more time needed, and you need a good short-term memory. Third mode of interpretation, summary interpretation. Summary that highlights, example, group of doctors, clinicians speaking among themselves, or a family member speaking among themselves. Advantage, less time. Disadvantage, patient might feel out of the loop. Another mode of interpretation, sight translation. Read a document aloud in patient's language. You have to prepare for this ahead of time. Examples would be registration forms, accident reports, consent forms, medication instructions.